what if Michael Jordan was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers like he almost was in the late 1980s? In the late 1980s, the Chicago Bulls had trade talks around the league with multiple teams. One of those teams was the Los Angeles Clippers. So what if they had gone through with one of these trades? Well, this is what would have happened. The Bulls and the Clippers came to an agreement that they would send the number 1 overall pick, being Danny Manning, number 6 overall pick, which would have been Hersey Hawkins, Reggie Williams, Michael Cage, and Benoit Benjamin, to the Chicago Bulls for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan would join the Clippers and Donald Sterling. The trade didn't make the Bulls a bad team, though. They were actually a playoff team. They still had Scottie Pippen, and they had multiple role players to surround him. But it wasn't enough to contend teams like the Knicks, Pistons, Lakers, and all those other playoff contending teams. Pippen didn't have enough star power to carry the Bulls far in the playoffs. Now the Clippers, on the other hand, they were also a playoff team, but Michael Jordan and the Clippers couldn't pass the second round, and this frustrated Michael Jordan. The Pistons took back-to-back titles in 1989 and 1990. The Lakers took it in 91, and the Knicks, they took it in 1992, and the Suns got it in 93. Jordan was not happy in LA at this point. He decided to tell Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers, that he wanted to demand a trade to a contending team or else he would retire. But the thing was, there wasn't many teams that could afford to trade for Michael Jordan because they didn't have enough assets to trade for Michael Jordan. But there was one team that could, and that team was the Orlando Magic. This team would offer the Los Angeles Lakers the number 1 overall pick and 2 guards, being Scott Skiles and Nick Anderson, to the Los Angeles Clippers for Michael Jordan. This trade went through and Sterling dealt Jordan to the Orlando Magic. This immediately made the Magic the best team in the league, a team that paired Michael Jordan and the Rookie of the Year Shaquille O'Neal. The Magic then went on to win the finals in 1994 and 95, having back-to-back titles over Houston both years. The following year, in 1996, the Magic had a breakout year, beating the NBA record for total wins in a season after adding Dennis Rodman in a trade with the San Antonio Spurs. After that, Michael Jordan decided that he had accomplished what he wanted to accomplish in the NBA, so he decided to retire. 4 years later, in 2000, Michael Jordan took it upon himself to take a brief comeback with the Vancouver Grizzlies after they signed him in '98 as an owner to boost ticket sales. Though he wasn't the same player, he still boosted ticket sales, which kept the Grizzlies in Vancouver instead of moving to Memphis. So that's what would have happened if Michael Jordan was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers in the late 1980s from the Bulls. MJ would have retired with just 3 rings. The Grizzlies would have never have moved to Memphis, and they would have stayed in Vancouver and still been in Vancouver. The Rockets and Bulls would not be known as big franchises and would have 0 NBA titles. And the Magic would join the Lakers and the Celtics as the best franchises in NBA history. The Suns would have earned their first title in 1993, and the Pistons and the Knicks would have had 1 extra title each. Most importantly, Michael Jordan would have not gone down as the best player of all time. In fact, it would have been Shaquille O'Neal known as the greatest player of all time. People would have been comparing LeBron James to Shaq. Shaq would have finished with 6 rings, 3 MVPs, and a 4-time Finals MVP. Shaq's number 32 would have been retired throughout the entire league, and he would have been known as the greatest player of all time. So anyways, guys, tell me in the comments what you thought of this video. I thought this was a great video, another what if video, maybe I'll come out with some more later on. But yeah, this is 𝘸𝘭𝘭𝘵. Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you're new. We're trying to grow this channel. Share this video as to many people as you can on Twitter or friends or whatever. But this is 𝘸𝘭𝘭𝘵, and I am signing out.